Jillian Mayen here for BTN.com. We are joined by Indiana's Tanner Thompson, a midfielder for the Hoosiers. And Tanner, I want to start by talking a little bit about your family because there are a few families that are so immersed in one sport. Your dad was a part of the team that won the very first national title for Indiana. So let's go back to when you were in high school. Did you even think about going any place else? You're from California, but your dad's got quite a legacy at Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, this was always a dream school. California, a few California schools recruited us, but for me and my brother, my younger brother, we always knew we wanted to come to Indiana if that was possible.
Yeah, you mentioned your brothers, and I'm going to get to them in just a second because they're also obviously very involved with soccer. But being at Indiana now in your senior season, does it ever come up? Does anybody talk to you about your dad and the legacy there at all?
Yeah, it comes up every once in a while. What he did in the 80s, giving us our first national championship. It's a little bit of history, so it does come up occasionally around campus, but it's definitely fun.
You mentioned your brothers. Now, Tyler played for Stanford. I want to make sure I have this right. But your younger brother, Tommy, played at Indiana back in 2013 and now is playing professionally. What's it like among you guys having so much competition?
Yeah, it's always fun. Growing up, we played against each other all the time. So it was always very competitive, but we had fun with it, and it made us better because we were able to play against high-level players in our own backyard. So it was definitely beneficial for all of us.
Do you have a favorite memory of playing against them in the backyard or anything?
I think I played with my younger brother more, just going to Dallas Cup with him one year. We ended up going to the semifinals. That was one of my favorite memories in youth with him from soccer.
Do you talk to your brother Tommy at all about playing professionally and what that's been like, that transition? Because he went pretty early.
Yeah, I talk to him about it a lot. He gives me advice on some stuff because he's been there and he's been doing that for 3 years now. So I'll talk to him about it just to get an idea of what's coming in the future for me.
So is that what you're thinking? You're thinking of heading down the professional route as well?
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how the rest of the year goes, but that's definitely the plan.
Well, you're certainly well on your way. You racked up some really impressive accolades in your time at Indiana. Big Ten Midfielder of the Year this season. The only player actually in Big Ten history to win that award twice in your tenure as a Hoosier. And first team All Big Ten, a finalist for the Senior Class Award. The list goes on. What does it mean to you to win all of these awards and just receive any of these accolades?
Yeah, it's always really nice to receive the accolades. Everyone on the team puts in a lot of work here, and we all work really hard for each other. And the team success is one factor that we've been successful as a team this year, and then the individual accolades come as well. So it's nice to be able to get a hold of some of those for myself.
You also participate in several community events in Read Across America and at a children's therapy center within the Bloomington community. Why did you choose to participate in these community outreach programs?
I just wanted to give back to the community. They do so much for us here, supporting us, and anytime I can give back and use my leverage as an athlete to help out anyone in situations at need, it's always a nice thing to do, so I enjoy doing that.
What's maybe one of the favorite memories or something that stands out to you when you've been working with these programs?
I think just at the Boys and Girls Club specifically, just playing with those kids in the gym and playing, whether it's knockout or a little bit of pickup soccer, anything, just seeing the smiles on their faces when you interact with them is really something special.
You guys are playing Wisconsin in the semifinals this week. The last time you guys played them earlier in the season, it came to a scoreless tie. How are you preparing for them?
We prepare the same way every game. We just focus on what's ahead of us, and we know it's going to be a tough game. They're a good team, so we're just preparing as much as we can, and we'll be ready to go Friday. It's a huge game for us, and so I'm sure all the guys will be ready to go.
What's the best advice that your dad or your brothers have given you as you are going here through the Big Ten tournament?
They just say focus on each game at hand. Don't look into the future too much because everything plays itself out in the end. So you can't think about extracurriculars too much. You just focus on what you can do on the field.
All right, Tanner. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck this week in the semifinals.
Thank you. I appreciate it.